Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Train G's with G. I'm back at it again with another Gamestop video. As you see, the thumbnail, it's actually an old school GameStop logo. I'm gonna get into the brief history lesson of GameStop because there's a meme stock that's trending right now that actually founded GameStop. I'll get into that shortly, but we gotta talk about what happened yesterday. Today is May 29th, Wednesday, May 29th. So yesterday, GameStop shares jumped more than 20% after over 900 million worth of stock was sold, and that actually took place Friday. They're announcing they're gonna do it, and yesterday it obviously soared. And a lot of people think that this was a bad move for GameStop, and I'm here to tell y'all this was a great move. Why? Because, as I already told y'all in the last video, GameStop has about $1 billion cash on hand, and now with this sale that they just did, they're gonna have around $2 billion cash on hand. So that's just more ammo, more gunpowder for the war against the hedge funds. I feel bad for shorters at this point. I admitted I messed up on the put option in my old video about GameStop, but I only lost 200, and that's a good thing about call options and put options. Like I did a put, I put down 200. It was a 2 week contract, and I only lost 200. That thing went to $80. I'm only losing $200. I'm not gonna have to owe for the difference of the increase of price. That's what trade options is good for. Whatever money you put down, the max you could lose is that money. So I don't have to worry about losing tons and tons of money like these short sellers. So I'm gonna get into the chart real quick. As you can see, this is what happened with GameStop today. It went down as expected. This is what happened yesterday. So it started over here at around 23. It worked its way down like 21. Then it soared all the way to like 25, and it closed like around $24. Today it started at around 21, close to 22. Went down, came back up, and it basically closed. Yeah, it closed at around 21 something. Yeah, close to 22. Yeah, like 21 and a half or so. So the surprise stock is none other than Barnes and Noble. As you can see, this is a similar pattern. It's actually going up. It's like two spinning tops. It's like a slight reversal going on. On the 22nd, it went all the way up to around $1.25. I currently have two out of money options on this. I bought a lot more of these right here, 150 last week. I got it at around 28 cents. This is for my 150 call, and this is right here my strike price, 150. I sold about five or six of them last week, make a cool little 100. I wish I would have held. I would have made a grand. But that's why I learned my lesson from GameStop with those calls, right? So I have one more. If this thing goes up, I can make some of that money back. And I bought in over here just a couple days ago. I got 7 call options. I got out around 70 cents, and this is a $1 call. So that's my strike price, and both of them are out of money. This is a low risk, high reward. I got in with the 150 at around, say, like $10 a contract. And I'm going to show y'all what's going on with that in a second with the put and call ratio. And then I got in over here at 40, so I bought in a little late. I bought 7, so it's like 280 over here I put in. I'm gonna get into what's going on right now. So with this, it's not financial advice. The volatility is very, very high. There's only 4 contracts right now. You got June 21st, and their earnings is coming up. June 25th. So this contract that ends on the 21st is gonna come up in a few weeks, right before earnings. My two call options that I bought out of money, they don't expire to this date, and I purchased them for 10 for that one I have left, and then 40 for the remaining. So it's really like a low risk, high reward. Once again, our financial advice. And then you got July 19th, you got October 18th, and like I said, October 17th, or sorry, January 17th of next year. So you only got 4 option contracts. Everybody's trying to go on the calls. Look at the call volume, 12,000% versus 6%. Open interest, 156,000 over that. Sorry, 104,000, total 156,000. So 104,000 for this one expiring in June. Over here, you got 25,000 to 8,000 for July, 12,000 to 5,000 for October, 10,000 to 5,000 for January, and that's the one I'm holding. The volatility is 200%. I told y'all I don't really get into stuff that has high implied volatility, but with something with this much potential to really have a nice little spike or potentially get back in the game, it's worth the risk for me. The applied volatility coming up now is for June 21st, 539. I'm pretty much waiting for it to spike. I'm going to sell most of my shares, and I'm going to keep a couple with those remaining 7 that I have at $1 out of money calls. And I'll just see what happens, because I'll be up so much if it goes up past $1 or $1.50. I'll be playing with house money just like I am with my 150 out of money. So I'm gonna get into it real quick. So back in '99, Barnes and Noble purchased Baggage. That was GameStop's old company that they were formerly known as. They were merged with other companies. This man right here, Leonard Riggio, he was Barnes and Noble's chairman and principal shareholder at the time. I'm just gonna get into it quick. I know my videos be long. I'm not gonna do that to y'all today. This is a GameStop video. So this company right here, Fungo, was another company that was merged with Baggage at the time. It was renamed GameStop in December 2000 with an anticipation of holding an IPO, initial public offering. That means the stock is going to be purchasable for anybody that wants to become a shareholder and own shares of the company. It was privatized. So in 2002, the company once again became a public company, IPO. And here we go, right over here. Barnes & Noble retained control over the newly public company with 67% of outstanding shares and 95% of voting shares. Barnes & Noble retained control over GameStop until October 2004, when it distributed its 59% stake in GameStop to shareholders of Barnes & Noble, making it an independent company. This is the article right here. It's pretty long. Well, kind of. This was way back in 2004, so here's this bulletproof memory for y'all. If you thinking, oh, he's just talking that crazy stuff. No, Barnes and Noble created GameStop. It was renamed GameStop for Fungo. So GameStop is still the nation's largest video game and entertainment software retailer. And on this day, they purchased 6 million shares held by Barnes and Noble for $115 million. The purchase was made at the time. It was $18.26 per share, a 3.5% discount to the last reported trade of GameStop's Class A common stock on the New York Stock Exchange prior to the time of the transaction. The transaction was approved by GameStop's independent directors and funded with excess cash of $37.5 million and a promissory note in the principal amount of 74 million. Barnes & Noble has also announced that it intends to distribute to its shareholders its remaining 30 million Gamestop Class B shares in a dividend intended to qualify as tax-free. So this is probably the reason why that Barnes & Noble has been booming. It's very similar slope to GameStop and AMC. It's been a falling knife for the last several years now, and it's at an all-time low. I'm just trying to show y'all that you don't want to bet the house. You don't want to go all in on the meme stock. But with a company like this that's doing pretty good, their financials are not half bad. I'm about to show y'all that in a second. As you can see, this thing has been tanking and it's been going up. If it breaks out of here, this is like a bullish flag pattern. So it's overdue to hit over this resistance line right over here. Support is down here and it's been going up to the resistance. And you look at GameStop, it got out of there with that bullish flag pattern, and now look at it. It's still above water. It's above sea level. Who's to say this can't bust past $1.50? I got till January. If I lose that money, I'm not tripping. It's very low risk, and I could sell now and break even right where I'm at, or I can make a tiny profit off this last call. So I feel like the sky's the limit. I'm gonna show y'all the financials real fast. So over here, this is their cash flow. It's not the best. The operating cash flow is down as of the last quarter, first quarter 2024. And like I said, their earnings is next month in about 3-4 weeks. Their investing cash flows in the positives. It's down a little bit, but still in the positives. Their financing cash flow, wow, they really gonna cock block your boy like that? So the financing cash flow has gone up by like almost 20 million since the last quarter of 2023, right? And their net flow is down really bad. They've been shutting down a lot of stores over the last several years. They've been opening a couple stores as of this week. I'm gonna get back to the financials. So just today, they opened up a store in South Portland. That is in the state Maine. And last week, I believe they opened up a store in Chicago, and they're planning on opening more stores this summer in Chirac. I'm sorry, they opened it today, matter of fact. I'm sorry, I think they opened a store last week. They're opening several stores out there. Don't quote me on that, but they opened one today in Lincoln Park in Chicago. I'm trying to tell y'all, they're shutting down stores and they're opening a lot more stores. They're supposed to open like over 40 stores this year. I believe over 40 to 100 stores this year. This is really like a sleeping giant, if you ask me. I'm gonna show y'all their balance sheet real quick. Annually, last year, they have very, very low short-term debt. They have equity. They have $130 million worth of equity. I'm trying to tell y'all, they got 14 million cash on hand as of last year. Let's see what's going on with the quarter this year. It went down to 8. It went from 15 to 8, but they still have some money to play with. And they're opening new stores, they're shutting down the bad ones, opening up new ones. People still want to read books, believe it or not. I know the ebooks are taking over. I know Amazon is taking over. We still have a chance for avid readers like myself. I go to Barnes & Noble and buy books. Look over here, though. Short-term debt. Over here, year. In the middle of last year, August 2023, zero. I'm not sure why they don't post it every quarter. Maybe they don't have short-term debt really like that much ever lately as of last year. As you can see, a couple, quite a bit, 224 billion short-term debt. But this stock has equity. It's not half bad. I believe in them. They've been around for a long time. I'm trying to tell y'all that these meme stocks is like a quick way to make some money. But if you look at GameStop with their daily chart, just look at this, man. GameStop is showing signs that it could possibly continue to go up as long as it stays afloat, as long as it stays above like 18 bucks, 17 bucks. It's really a win to hold for now. And their earnings, like I said, are coming out in June 5th. That's with GameStop. And if you look at Barnes and Noble, look at their day chart. Let me zoom in on this real quick. Don't worry about the stop loss that I have. It's a little confusing to explain with Barnes and Noble. I'm swing trading this. I want the same energy for the Dow Jones stocks that I normally day trade, but I don't have enough capital and I'm not trying to risk blowing my account with those Dow 30s. I like to scalp those. But anyways, with Barnes and Noble, it's a reversal right here. Like I was saying before, it soared to like $1.20, came back down. I had to retrace. Looks like it could potentially go back up. We'll see. All right, y'all. This is all I have for y'all tonight. Remember, with GameStop, don't overbuy. Just gradually buy. It's not financial advice. Just gradually buy as an investor. If you're doing options, be careful. I've been trading GameStop with options since last year, and you don't really get back all the value that you should whenever you make profit. Like I said, it's a rigged stock. It's legit, as we know. Paperwork I showed y'all before. This thing is really like the XRP of stocks, if you ask me. But until next time, y'all, it's your boy Train G's with G. Have a good night.